All right, I tweeted.
You want email?
I don't. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
You're doing it. You're doing it. I can't wait. I'm so happy. All right, I tweeted.
I think he already put us live with our voices on.
Yeah, he did. He said live 3, 2, 1. And said when.
Nick, bring us in. Come on, this is your time.
Nick.
Oh, what the?
You gotta.
You gotta. Come on, welcome the show. Come on.
We on? Are we live?
Yes, we're live. Let's come on. Hit it.
Welcome to Halo Council, episode 11, Wednesday, February 29th. Quit Halo. I will never win an event.
Oh, man. You're getting better, Nick. Welcome,
Council,
everybody. I'm
11,
Gandhi, of course, joined with
Wednesday,
BESTMAN, Dmaq.
February
Nexy's mic
29th.
second, a little bit funky, so we won't have the voice of God coming over. So now it's time to touch on the first, most pressing issue that affects us directly. BESTMAN has retired from competitive 4v4. He will now be stepping down. He will be coaching Team Ambush, and he will be competing in free-for-all, where he hopes to get an event win in that, because he hasn't won at one of those either. Nick, what?
Yeah!
Well, I thought, with it being 3 weeks away, some may say it was kind of a dick move, but I feel like this is the perfect time for me to move on with my life personally, but still stay involved in gaming. Obviously, I want Halo to succeed, and I want, to do whatever I can with you guys, leading up to Halo 4, which I could make a return back then, in Halo 4. I hate the word retire. Like, it shouldn't apply to Halo players, no offense. But, I will coach Ambush, and I will be playing in the free-for-all. Hopefully I can win the free-for-all event. That'd be sick. That's the plan. So, it kind of sucks that it happens, less than a month away. But, with Victory being on vacation, FB will still get the practice that they would have gotten with me, because we only practiced like once before he left. So, it sucks for them. I feel bad for Mason. But, what sucks is that you team with somebody, and then you won't talk to that person ever again unless, randomly at a tournament. And it's just really weird to see that. But other than that, I'm pumped. I can now focus on putting gameplays up and going to Halo Council and all that stuff.
Nice.
And women.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay, so out of all the teams you had the potential of coaching, why Ambush?
Well, I want to say I had the potential to coach any other teams. I think
We're gonna say you can.
All right. Well, besides Instinct and maybe Status Quo, I know they're doing a few coaching spots, but I talk to Hines on a daily basis, pretty much. I talk to him the most out of any other pro. So when I told him I didn't feel comfortable playing anymore, I mentioned, I was like, well, can I coach you guys? And he said, maybe. And then I didn't really promote it to him till they made a decision, I think yesterday or whatever. And then that's pretty much it. I've known APG for a while, and I know that I think they're the best team right now as far as online results.
Well, you would. They are your team now.
Well, I'm just saying, leading up to this, Instinct won't even play them.
Surprise.
Instinct won't even play them. So, I just think they're the best team right now. And, yeah, I'm pumped. I like coaching. I like coaching back at the TLNs, back in 2009, 2010, whenever you'd be sitting out. So I'm pumped to take my coaching game to the next level. Nothing like Boss Nasty would have been if he ever would have showed up. But
dude, come on, man. Don't set realistic goals.
Yeah, we stopped using that.
Short-term, immediate goals only.
My assistants, I think, will I'll bring Ambush to the first place at the MLG Columbus event. Winter Championship.
But look, the reason why this is the most pressing is I know throughout, the past 9 episodes, excluding episode 10 where Nick wasn't in, BESTMAN kind of beats around the bush around these teams, and he's always been nice because he's like, oh, well, maybe I want to team with them next event. But now he's going to be critical, and he's going to kick people square in the nuts with the exception of Ambush because he's coaching them. So that's a plus. Dmaq, do you have any questions for Nick, or we good to move on, or
No, I just like to comment on the fact that
you don't want to grow him?
I feel like, you let go of a top 8 team. And I wanted to see you play this event. And I wanted to see you with no bloom, no sprint. But now that you're coaching ambush, I'm going to expect them to get first. Because you better be the best coach in the game. If you let Tyler Hoyt beat you, who coaches status quo, he's like 6'7" and 400 pounds. He should not be playing Halo. He should be playing football. And if you let Towie beat you, he should be creating computers. I just don't see it. You're the only Halo player that is now a coach.
Yeah, right. And I mean, I got to use that to my advantage. There's not many player coaches, and when there has been, they won. Ace was a player coach. They straight won the championship, and then T Squared stepped down and was a coach for status quo and brought them to their best placing, getting them past the 4th spot. So if I can't bring a team to first place, then something's wrong, because I feel like I'm very knowledgeable of the game and I know what I'm talking about. So I just gotta get them weapon times down. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Do you have a clipboard? Are you gonna rock the clipboard?
I don't know.
If you want, I could put you in contact with Triple X, and you guys could, he had like 3 clipboards.
Yeah, I mean, he had
the 3 X's, like with the carbon
coaching.
logo.
He had the talking timers.
He had the talking time, dude.
I've seen him 3 times in the past 2 months, and all 3 times he had a talking timer strapped to his chest. So he's still living by it. He's still feeling it.
A talking timer and those dumbass sugar gliders that like crawl around his bot and whatever. I love you, Triple X.
Fucking flying squirrels.
Yeah, the little flying squirrels, those sugar gliders. I remember he showed up to an event and he was like, "Oh, these things are so cool, man." I bring them through the airport and they just like cling on to me. I'm like,
I think I'm just gonna bring my MacBook into like the venue and just set up a little like unfoldable table, like ones you eat dinner at or something, and just have a chair that rises up above it and just coach from there. I think
you know what you should get. You know what you should get, and I guarantee you could do it. Is take away any physical aspect of standing as a coach, because that will get strenuous on you, and get a director's chair. Get a director's chair and sit above. Get your name on the back.
Yeah.
With just 2 fucking thumbs up that says, "I am the best coach and I'm smarter than everyone."
Yeah.
My main goal going to this event is just to study Ryan Towie, VOD. Aside from the All-Star games, I will be studying, because he's just folded under pressure in the All-Star games. And I think you guys have both seen it. He's picked terrible lineups. He just can't coach his team to victory. And so I'm going to be studying his instinct coaching abilities. And I know he likes to argue with his teammates even, so I'll try to eliminate that. But other than that, I should be second best coach out there, maybe first.
Ooh, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. So that's that segment. We're not going to a commercial break though, because we ran a little bit late. So tonight we've announced the casters for Major League Gaming. That'll come later in the show. I don't feel like talking about it right now. But the most pressing, or the next most pressing, I gotta stop saying pressing. I have no idea why I'm saying it. But the next issue would have to be the new format here. Pro teams will now not be considered really pro. They will be getting their entry fee paid for. That is it. They will be going into FFA on Friday to determine what neighbor wants on the show. Oh shit, Nick, do you condone this?
Nah, I mean, that's not the time.
Okay. Sweet.
We didn't bring a stereo on. There's no reason to bring neighbor on.
All right, 10-4. It was your call and your call only. I don't care. Sorry, neighbor.
Deny!
So back to reality here. So pro teams will no longer be guaranteed top 32. They will be using their free-for-all to determine where they place between seed 1 and however many teams actually sign up. So that's going to be huge. And also, they will be playing split screen through the open bracket. First thoughts on this, D?
I think this is kind of where Halo needs to go back. It's time for us to kind of throw away that whole league format. Obviously, MLG's not with it. let's adjust and let's adapt to which Halo players are the best at that current time. You know, we don't have that season-long structure at this point. Maybe we get it later on, you know, but what I like is the fact that Instinct has to be on top of their game every single tournament, just like every other team out there. And now if you're an amateur team, you actually have a legitimate shot, a shot just like everyone else to compete for that first place prize. I think that's the reason why they did it. They wanted to entice people to get out there and actually compete, and it might work.
Oh, also one more thing to note. It'll be best of threes all the way up until the final 64, where it'll then go to full screen and best of 5.
Glad I got the fuck out of there.
Is that how you feel, though? Is looking at it from a pro's perspective, yes, I can understand that it would be vigorous, and that shit sucks.
Vigorous is an understatement. MLG basically just went like this. Remove your stipend, take away your pro credentials in a nutshell. And, oh, by the way, I know you haven't even contemplated ever even looking at split screen again, but, by the way, we're going to throw you into split screen in this open tournament of hell, and also it's going to be a best of 3, so have fun getting used to that.
Scott, here's my question.
No, it's smart, but I'm just saying, if you're a pro, you have every right to be pissed off.
Yeah, well, you're pissed, but then, you know, it's good for the game.
Why not at least make them start at top 64, where they're used to something? I don't know. It's just me. I know not everyone practices on split screen. I just think you go from not having the game on the circuit and you take everything away from these pros in a nutshell, have them basically no security after this first event, and then say, okay, by the way, you'll be going through the entire open bracket, which is something we haven't seen since 08 Meadowlands.
Right.
Nick,
I
your
mean,
thoughts?
it's similar to Meadowlands 08, which wasn't that disasterful of an event, if that's even a word.
Good word.
You were seeded from online play, so that's even less fair than putting in a free for all. You were seeded from online game battles, and you put it in. I mean, obviously, you guys got raped by that. You got what, like 20th seed or something?
Yeah, we got like 28.
Yeah, I mean, you guys played like 20 games together. So, I mean, I don't think that was much of a failure at the event. Every team, even Final Boss, started off at split screen. So, I mean, they just have to adapt and get used to it. Amateur teams do it every event, and amateur teams also got put into the losers bracket when they came out if they lost once. So, the amateurs had their unfair advantage for a while. Now it's a level playing field, so I have to get used to it.
Yeah, I just don't see, hey, you gotta expect these changes. Maybe not this whole complete change, but you had to expect changes when it came to the circuit and how Halo was going to be run this year. And why not make it an even level playing field for everybody? It just makes sense. If you're the best team there on that weekend, you will win that event. You will. Overall, if you are the best team, you're going to win that event. No ifs, ands, or buts. You can't say, well, I didn't get it because my seating sucked. Well, I didn't get it because, you know what, I had to play on split screen. So did everyone else. And now it's totally fair. Everybody has to go through the same bullshit that you have to go through. I think Halo players on the amateur level have been pleading for that for a long time. And for everybody out there, that's kind of awesome that it happened.
Well, this is really their chance to not just prove it to the community. This isn't like, the whole AMs, everyone who is an amateur, anyone who wants to shine light on the amateur. It's like amateur spotlight. It's like, get these guys some attention. This isn't really necessarily their chance to prove it to the community. It's really more or less the fact of proving it to themselves. Where do they fit in? Do they have the capability? In a best of 3, do they take a series from Team Instinct? Did they get 50 kills in one of the team slayers? Did they get staked? These are the things, and then people will now be able to set realistic goals for themselves, and that's something that people just have to understand. With it all being even, if it's your first event, your goal should be attending your first event. I mean, of course, everyone wants to win. I'm not telling you to sell yourself short. But don't be like, if I don't win this event, I'm done with Halo forever. I'm selling my Xbox. No longer will I eke my way through life with this. No, fuck that.
You should be coming to win as well.
You should, but you have to be realistic at some point, is what I'm trying to say. If it's your first event, you're expecting to come out and win? Yeah, and your entire career is based on your first event? Never been done. Never.
Well, Scott, I understand being realistic, but at the end of the day, you got to give the person some kind of incentive to play.
I agree.
And honestly, I felt like the style of the format that it was made for last year, there was really no incentive. Outside of the top 16, I didn't see, sometimes I look at teams and be like, why are you here? Because, I know that you love coming here, but I just don't see the incentive. I don't see you ever placing in the top 16 the way things are going, and it wouldn't happen for a lot of those teams. And now you get to kind of refresh and readjust every kind of couple of months whenever MLG throws a Halo tournament together. I think the uncertainty that revolves around these year-long events is what's really hurting us. But the format for each event, I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah. I personally dig it. Dmaq, with the new format and everything said, what teams are likely to be upset early? If there is any. I mean, when you look, at it, I mean, this is really to everyone. I just would like to hear some of your guys' thoughts.
How about status quo? And that's a team that I love, and everybody knows I'm a fan. But
they dope.
Yeah, if you look at status quo, though, they're a team that doesn't really get it together until later on in the tournament, and they depend on their seeding, and they depend on being on that pro status.
They won that first Halo Reach event and had that seed riding in through all this the whole season, and they still struggled on Friday. So that's going to be a team to look out for, definitely. I mean, not to take anything away from them, they obviously performed great later on in the tournament, but it just may not have that much time now with the current setup as far as how it was pool play last year.
Well, they always lost on Friday, so even if they still have a very shitty FFA performance, maybe their team game will just be better on Saturday. It's just they're going to get, I agree, they're going to be bracket fucked.
Not only that, now they lost Assault, and now they have to pick up Elamite Warrior. So there might be some early on transitions that they have to make that they might not have the chance to make. And if that happens, you could see Quo leave the tournament early. They got to get it together and play every single round. Another team that kind of comes to my mind, even if BESTMAN was on it, Final Boss. I feel like the veteran teams that are kind of used to one tournament style for so long, now that it gets switched up and they're not the best team in the game, it'll throw them off. So Final Boss and Status Quo, those are probably my two picks of teams that really should think about every single round and take them very seriously.
I said it on the MLG stream tonight when we announced the casters, or when Puckett announced the casters, that, I mean, Victory X is in Egypt. They had one practice with BESTMAN before then. I think if this team gets top 64 with whatever fourth they're able to conjure up, is a blessing. And that's being just completely honest. You're looking at two best of threes initially.
I wouldn't say that's a blessing, Scotty. Come on. Now you're being a little too crazy.
For that team. I don't care. Look, you're taking people who are actually dedicated in the game versus people who are just naturally talented. Yes, okay, I understand. But to get to 64, depending on how many teams there are, you're looking at like 3 or 4 rounds of best of threes, one early loss. Come on.
You're forgetting Neighbor is a very good free-for-all player.
Okay.
And, he's going to do well, and he's going to get his team a pretty good seed. And
you're telling me Neighbor's going to step up into the leader role?
No, I'm telling you Neighbor's going to destroy the free-for-all. I think he's going to do very well.
My money that says Friday, Thursday, Saturday, if they're still even in the tournament, they'll just be out partying. That's what this team is. Fear itself is caught up in that. I don't see Mason even.
Well, I mean, that's why I quit. I wanted to party and not have to worry about playing.
Hey.
I just want to be drunk the whole weekend.
All I'm saying is I don't see the dedication there, and I see things slipping from him.
I still say they'll get a good seed. Neighbor was a phenomenal free-for-all player in Halo 2.
Yeah.
And if you're comparing him to other players, as far as when you were talking about pistolas and your strong side, I mean, Neighbor tied for an event win in Halo 2, and he was in the top 8 at the 1v1s at the end of the year. So I don't see why they want to get a good free for all. Fear itself was good too. I think he may take the last round of AM. Maybe he didn't make it out. I mean, I don't know, once or something. But I think they'll have a good seed, and I don't think they'll place that low as bad as you say they will.
I mean, I
think they'll have a good seed.
Speaking in hyperbole, but you understand the fact that I do not think highly of this team at all, and they still don't have a fourth. So
that could be a positive thing. Maybe they'll pick up somebody good. Shot at B-Man. Bam, bam. Shots.
You're ridiculous.
I think whoever they pick up would be the same as if they were teaming with me. So I don't see what the big deal is. If I would have kept playing, I'm not gonna say, the reasons why I quit. That's why I don't want to bring Neighbor on. It's just pointless. There's other reasons factoring in my life right now. I'm not gonna be able to practice that much, in like a week. So I don't get to, what the whole debate would be if Neighbor got to ask me questions. I told him that I had some personal stuff I want to take care of, and that's it. I don't get it. Well, you got to burn bridges with people.
All right. Well, with that said, I think it's time for our very first commercial on this episode of the Halo Council. We'll see you soon.
Hey, Mom, next time kick through my door. Why don't you?
Commentators.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 11th episode of the Halo Council. Gandhi joined with Dmaq and BESTMAN. Nexy is going to be stepping out. He has to make a phone call. So no cool videos or anything. Sorry to disappoint. But Dmaq, you said you want to talk about casters? Is that what that was?
Yeah, I think this is... Hey, can we get a round of applause for the casters that we got going on?
I'm clapping for myself.
Honestly,
enthusiastic clapping. Both of you can fuck off.
Look. I think the lineup is actually going to be entertaining to watch. Walsh?
I couldn't believe it.
Walsh? That is actually fucking awesome. Now we don't have to wait all tournament to listen to his corny remarks. We get to hear them all weekend long. No, seriously. It's going to be awesome that Walshy is behind the mic. Bravo, I think he was a shoo-in, somebody that needed to be there. And, of course, we have the asshole himself, Gandhi. I honestly think this lineup compared to last year's lineup kind of blows it out of the water. I'm excited, dude, for real. I really am excited about this.
Yeah, let's just face it, Wave sucked. So we just set that clear.
Well, it's
Wave
not
sucked.
that. You know what it was? Hey, I would talk to Wave, and I've chilled with Wave a bunch, just like we all have. And if you talk to Wave about Halo, he really understood it.
Yes.
It's not about understanding it.
Right.
It's about commercializing it. And I feel like everybody that you have involved could really help commercialize this product that we have in Halo Reach. They all understand it. Well,
And they're both sponsored.
everybody except Gandhi.
Yeah, I don't.
Understand it. And Bravo's going to provide a lot of insight. And Walsh, she's going to provide a lot of insight on some of the players that definitely straight ripping. I feel like I can't wait to hear what Walsh has to say during the straight ripping series. I'm going to be looking forward to that.
He actually already said that it's pretty much all relying on Ninja. And I was waiting to jump in, and I was like, what about T-Squared?
You got deferred.
And then I got deferred, so Puckett's doing. I'm actually really happy for Walsh. Like, it was kind of like a fanboy moment for me, like taking me all the way back to when me and Strange Purple and I lost to Walshy and Dragon Spear at Halo Nationals 2v2, and I was like, who the fuck is Walshy? Like, I have dug. Like, I'm guaranteed to win this, and they kicked the shit out of us. And I was like,
lost that series?
Yeah, it was a 2v2 prisoner outpost. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, okay. Then that's not that crazy.
But nonetheless, like, ever since then, I followed Walshy. I clawed because of Walshy. Like, all these.
I clawed because of you.
See, it's all passed down, and now we're getting to the base of things. I challenged him up close because I wanted to be good up close like Walshy. So I never had the chance to actually team with him. But now it's like I am in the booth. It was kind of just it's kind of surreal at this point. But I'm happy to have him in there.
Well, here's my thing. And now that Dave is going to be a commentator, what I want to see is him owning it. And I want to see him do a lot of commentary. So the Red Bull Land coming up, I know Dave doesn't have a team confirmed for going there. Hey, they haven't announced the commentator. I was a Red Bull commentator in the past, and I can tell you that it's not me. I hope it's Walshy. We get to see Walsh commentate the Red Bull Land as well, kind of work on those skills as he gets into the tournament.
Let's cut the shit, D. That's bullshit that you're not.
He is commentating.
He is?
No, I'm just saying he has to be. I mean, there's no other
it would
reason
make
why.
sense. It would clearly make sense. But that's bullshit. You know it.
It is what it is. But either way.
Solo casting just to get shafted. I'm just saying. I personally, I know you're trying to stay on good attention, so maybe next time you can weasel their way in there. But I'll say it for you. It's bullshit.
No, but listen, I've always had great relationships with Red Bull, and honestly, they couldn't have told me in a classier way. You know what I'm saying? They let me know right from the get, so it was all good.
Listen,
but hey,
I'm ride or die Dmaq. Okay.
I
don't know.
I'll be at the MLG event. I'll be working. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there all weekend long. I'm sure I'm going to try to sneak into the booth at one point. But those three, that's going to be exciting to watch. And honestly, I was disappointed with the way the casting was going. I didn't expect to see an all-star cast group, but I couldn't be happier. With the exception of Tots being up there in some way, form, or fashion, I could not be happier.
Nikki? All covered. Move on.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Bravo. Obviously, it's well deserved for him. I mean, he's put his shoe in the door when it comes to solidifying himself as a personality in this Halo community. I mean, he started it all when it came back to putting out videos. Triggers Down was the most hated team in the game, and he put out a couple of videos that went viral, and that team loved him. And that just. From there on, there should have been no question. He should have been casting. And Walshy, you don't have to wait. Like Dee said, you don't have to wait till they get knocked out of a tournament for him to come in and tell everyone why a team's spawning where they are. So, great, good choices.
My little personal quibble is this. So we have Gamma Labs sponsoring Bravo, which is like an energy drink or whatever the hell it is. You have Red Bull sponsoring Walshy. Can I get, like, Monster so we can have, like, 3 conflicting sponsors and I can be like, fuck Red Bull. Like, screw you, Gamma Labs. No one even likes your powder. Like, am I allowed to do that? No, because I've never had a sponsor in my entire life. But I think that's bullshit. I think I should be entitled to one of those.
You never had a sponsor?
I had Stride for, like, an event and I got the boot.
Oh,
I can create a drink for you.
Yeah, give me, like, Dmaq juice minus the semen and,
No, we'll do like some type of cultural Pakistani blend.
I'm sorry,
and we'll call it
it's
Gandhi.
with Dre's mic.
I can't even focus.
We'll call it Gandhi.
This is what I'm hearing in Dre's mic. Like, it's literally word for word this.
Yeah, but nobody can hear what we're saying.
Yeah, but it's this going on. No one understands what the fuck's being said. It's just a bunch of
seriously. Gandhi for men. We could do it.
Gandhi for men. It comes with your own. What is the?
It's water for men. It's not for women.
Oh man, that's funny. All right. Well, moving on. That's dead. Game types. We have new game types. We have the reemergence of Damnation, which is now called Penance. And we also have Battle Creek, which is now Battle Canyon.
Fuck these new names.
Yeah,
I just want to say it. I'm sorry.
The evolution of Battle Creek, it befuddles me. You go Battle Creek to Beaver Creek. No beaver on the map. Don't understand it. And now it's Battle Canyon.
I just don't see it.
What happened to the beaver?
What is Penance? Can you? Come on.
I'll get the definition. I'll get the definition. Nick, as Nick tells us the thoughts. Nick, what are your thoughts so far?
Of the new maps, initial thoughts would have to be, makes sense. We're tired of seeing these element maps, these, Oasis, and, I'm glad Nexus stayed in because I think that game type actually takes a lot more skill than people realize, especially in no sprint. But as far as Battle Canyon and Penance goes, I don't know specifically how they play, but from what I've seen, Beaver Creek plays really well. So excited to see that. And I know with Damnation they added a lot of weird shit, like like some lifts to get up. I don't know, stuff like that. I haven't really ran around on it, but
I can do the whole rundown on it.
All right, well, yeah. And then Countdown. With it being no sprint, they added sandbags on the back stairs, so you could make it easier to jump up the health pack, I believe, which kind of I guess what would you say, noobifies it in a way, because you just have that many more routes to go now.
Well,
I don't know, whatever you want to call it, simplifies it.
So, honestly, I'm kind of glad they noobified it.
Yeah, so Penance is a punishment undergone in token of penitence for sin.
Already sounds stupid.
Yeah, it's retarded. The name sucks. But, little bit difference on Battle Canyon.
I didn't even understand any of the words in that definition.
All I know is it's sin. It's probably something with church.
What? All right. Anyway.
I don't get it, personally. It's not that I hate Jesus or anything, but I just don't understand the whole church lingo. But coming back to like Battle Canyon and everything like that. So Battle Canyon now, you will have the rockets down low in the creek, and you will have snipers in both towers. So
there's still an arch, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's still an arch and there's 2 snipers. So now with that said, seed is super important for that game type and that game type alone. If you have red base now, if you screw up, like it's Team Slayer, so you're gonna have to figure things out. But if you get the red base ball, you should have your foot in the door for at least an early kill lead.
Right. That seems like it's gonna be a little bit standoff-ish now, right? So you think it's gonna be like?
You did have that one guy who revolutionized that spot top red, so maybe, we'll see some stuff happening. And plus there's bumper jumpers, so even though that one guy who made that one spot and made everything look easy is now easier to do.
Scotty.
Why don't you elaborate on that one spot? I'm sure there's a lot of users in here.
There was this one guy, great dude. Some people call him an
Great.
I personally think he's got a heart of gold. But on top of red base, which is going to be the favored side, there's 2 pillars on the top of red base. Now, what this person would do is, after he destroyed the entire team and grabbed the sniper and extracted it effectively while team shooting and communicating, he would get on top of the pillars and jump, and by jumping, he would look needle side of the blue base and pick off members of Straight Rippin's heads like it was his fucking day job. That spot alone, it was harder in Halo 2 because you had to press A. Now, with Bumper Jumper, I think we're going to see a lot of really just flashy plays. A lot of flashy plays. But then again, you know, we may just see the sniper just controlling top arch because it's so convenient to stay up there. That's kind of my 2 cents.
Well, why don't you talk about that one Beaver Creek TS game where you got 50-15? What happened in that game?
All right, so
I remember someone almost got goose. It wasn't you. It was Karma. But that game, I will always remember that game until I'm like 80.
Well, it was the most, no. It
was just dominant game.
It was Walshy and the Ogres that snaked me out of 2 TS Beaver Creeks minus 06 Nationals. The first one, they had a 20-2 comeback when we had 40 kills. That one sucked. And the second one...
That's the all-famous one.
Yeah, no, the second one, the all-famous one is...
The 45-37 one, right?
Spawns right off the break, getting lucky as shit, getting everything, and embarrassing us. All I know is I blacked out. I got low sleep. My blood pressure got dangerously low. I was shaking. I was profusely sweating. It was out of my control. There was nothing I could do. It was a health issue.
Yo, it happens. Everybody gets ogred sometimes, you know? It just happens.
There's nothing you do. But I think Battle Canyon, King of the Hill is going to be one of those game types that everyone's just going to kind of hold on to their seats and be like, holy shit, like, this is getting intense.
I was watching it on Ninja Stream just before we started, and that was a lot of fun to watch. Actually, you know, I would be a dick and watch it now, but I'm trying to pay attention to the show. But seriously, I really do want to
be a part of it.
Yeah, no, you heard me before the show tonight. Guys, should I be playing Halo Reach? I actually played a little bit at a friend's house last week. It's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get back into it a little more. I feel like you could finally casually play it, especially with seeing old maps like Dmaq and Battle Creek.
Right, and I think I should mention that Straight was up in that series against NT, and I think that's like their first time winning, winning in a series. So that's good for them.
They were losing game 3. They were only up 2-0.
Well, I mean, still, maybe they're finally clicking because they haven't been for the past week.
Really?
Yeah.
Past week or so, I don't know. They just haven't.
Well, I mean, you got to look at the egos on that team, 2 in particular. So things are gonna, when things fall out. I mean, things are gonna.
Are you talking about Mickwin and Strongside?